Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you have time, please give this video a thumbs up, pass it on to someone else who's wondering about this, and if you have time, leave a positive comment in the comment section. So, guys, I gotta tell you, I am exhausted. I'm going on vacation in a couple of days. Um, I got all the accommodations ready. I'm still working and hustling up spending money. I am going to Medellin, Colombia. So I'm going to rest. I'm going to straight rest. And if I go anywhere or do anything that you guys might want to see, I'm going to take pictures and maybe even some video footage. So hold tight for that. I'll leave on Thursday. Anyway, so today we're going to have a discussion about a female Aquarius. Now, I thought this was an interesting question because usually when I get questions like this, it's from a woman about a male Aquarius. This time is from a Aquarius Pisces male. He's born on the cusp, and he said that his girlfriend is an Aquarius. He told me that when they're together, they have fun, they're affectionate, they're constantly talking, laughing, they hold hands, they go to the mall. He said that, you know, they like the same kind of movies, they listen to the same songs in the car. You know, they have a pretty good rapport, they have a pretty good relationship going on. But he said that he doesn't understand. They live in the same town, but they live in two different parts of town. And he said that when they're together, they're like this. They're like inseparable. But as soon as he drops her off, you know, or she leaves, as soon as it's over, he doesn't hear from her at all. He was like, Queen, she is so detached. It's almost neglectful. And I was like, yeah, I've heard that a lot about Aquarius in general. And he said that as soon as she is out of his sight, it's like he doesn't even exist. And he was like, he never says anything about it because he doesn't want to look like, you know, the mushy, Pisces. You know, because everybody always accusing him of being the mushy Pisces. So he doesn't want to look like that. So he doesn't say anything. But he asked me, why does she do that? He was like, we're so affectionate. We're so, you know, close when we're together. And then all of a sudden, she's just gone. Now, this is one of those kinds of questions that I would have to seriously do a reading on to know the answer. So all I can give you here is possibilities, okay? Because as an Aquarius, this generally means one of two things. On the negative side, this could mean that out of sight, out of mind. So it could mean that when she's not with you, she's entertaining other folks and don't have time to entertain you. It could mean that for a dark or a low vibrational Aquarius, and you haven't been with her that long to really know her well, so we don't really know where her vibration is. So if she has a messed up vibration, she could just be doing her. She could just be, you know, talking to other people, doing her, and she see you when she see you, you know. As a younger Aquarius, I was more of that type. So on the flip side of that, if she's more of a higher vibrating Aquarius, she could simply just be busy. Aquarius have a tendency to be busy. Even if we're not working or doing something, we still have things going on. Some Aquarius have their causes, they have their work, you know, those kind of things. And some of us just get lost in our thoughts and in our music, you know, and the things that we like to do. So she could just be doing her, but not necessarily anything that would be considered to be nefarious or malicious or lying to you, you know? So you have two different possibilities here. You may have a shark, you know, and you may have somebody who just enjoys their freedom. And for an Aquarius, both of these things are very possible. Some Aquarius, like myself, really enjoy our freedom. I can go days and days and days without talking to another human being. But, you know, that's just how we are. We're pretty much self-sufficient. You know, an Aquarius who has everything that we need can hermit like a bear, you know, for the winter, you know. So it could be the case that she's just chilling. Quite frankly, she could just be in the crib doing her chilling. And when she's not around you, then she's just, doing her. When I was younger, in certain situations I was in, certain situations were more demanding than others. So, like for instance, when I was dating a water sign, for example, water signs for me needed a lot more attention than, say, another sign. So my water signs would be, we would be together. Like you said, you're a Pisces. Me and my water signs would be together more often than my other signs would have been. Now, that was fine when we were together, but when we were not together, sister needed some space, So my water signs and I would have, time together and go places together and have sex or whatever we were going to do. And then I always had to have time to myself. When I was with the Pisces, he worked all day. And he had two jobs. He worked all day and he drove a cab for a little while. So that gave me plenty of time to myself. So when he was available, we spent all our time together. You see? So with my water signs, I always had to make sure they were busy so I could zone out, So that could be very much what she's doing. The only way you're going to know, like I said before, is if you get a reading on the situation. Then I can sit and look and see, number one, what is her vibration? Is she the kind of person that's out there in the street playing games or not? So that's how I would figure something like that out. But for now, you have two different probabilities that are happening. Some would even say both could be going on. So you have two different probabilities, one or both, that's going on. And it's up to you to figure out, either through getting a reading or through just asking questions or whatever. It's up to you to figure out which one you're dealing with. Now, a lot of people jump to the conclusion that a person is doing something nefarious when they're doing this. If they're, so detached and not really calling and that kind of thing, when they're gone and by themselves, a lot of people automatically assume this person is doing something shady. But I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case. And you have to really get to the bottom of what's going on, because like I said, this person could just simply be in the house spending time or going to see their friends or, hanging out, with her girlfriends or her cousins or her mom or her sister, You never really know in this particular case until you ask a lot of questions. So I'm going to give you those possibilities as to why she's so detached. Another thing is that the two of you just met each other, and Aquarius are more detached in the beginning. As we start to get to know a person, I did a video called the Ice Cube Theory. And the Ice Cube Theory is all about how an Aquarius melts slowly, like an ice cube. We just slowly melt. So you haven't known her that long. Like you said, it was like, 7 months? That's nothing to an Aquarius. So she may actually become less detached as time progresses. Most of us do. Most of us come to a healthy space of detaching and attaching at a certain point if we stick around in the relationship long enough. So I wouldn't automatically assume that she was doing something, but you're right, it is a possibility. And now you have to figure out which one it is. Okay? So it's time for me to get going, guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And let me see. If you want to get a reading done, please email me. I think my first opening is like January 16th. So if you want to get a reading done, email me. All my information for Patreon and PayPal and my social media information will all be underneath this video. Okay, guys, come back soon because I definitely have a lot more to say. See you later.